comments for the opening statement from head coach Jim Montgomery, and we also have Zac Larraza and Doremus and Sam Brittain here today for other questions. Coach, why don't you go ahead?
Thank you. Really proud of our student athletes and happy for them. The things that they've overcome, coaching change, especially for these three seniors and juniors that are up here. Head coaching change, the guy that recruited every single player in our room, departed at Christmas time. And then just the ups and downs of our season with all our injuries. It's amazing what they've been able to overcome. And the resiliency and the responses we've had all year, I'm not surprised with what I thought was probably our best team effort tonight against a great team in Miami who showed why they were preseason #1.
Any questions? Go ahead.
Sam, you guys were in control in the second period, and then that same board that victimized you yesterday. You got the bad bounce again. Did you start to feel like maybe you were cursed by that end?
Well, I definitely think this probably wasn't my best weekend ever, but it just shows, how committed our team is to playing together, and it doesn't matter what happens behind them. They're going to play with heart, tenacity, energy, no matter what, and for them to bounce back after those two bad bounces both games and perform the way they did, you wouldn't even notice that something went wrong for us, how hard they worked and how focused they were. It was impressive and very fun to watch.
There's obviously a very proud hockey tradition at your guys' school. For you to kind of carry that into this new conference style, what does that mean to you? And get back to the tournament specifically.
I mean, it's obviously a good way to start things off for this tournament, especially for us. Like Sam said, we had a lot of obstacles to overcome, and we really came together as a team, especially in the last couple of weeks with coming against Omaha, and then obviously coming in here and playing some good teams like Miami and Michigan.
Zach, you've played in the NCAA tournament a couple times. How far away did that seem just a couple weeks ago, and now to be going back there?
To be honest, with the group of guys we have, it wasn't far at all. I mean, you saw how hard we worked this weekend and last weekend. I mean, we didn't think it was out of reach at all. We knew what we had to do, and we put our minds to it, and look what happened. I mean, we're in the NCAA tournament, so we're all pretty happy with the outcome this weekend.
Go ahead.
Sam, what was going through your mind in those final minutes of the game when Miami gets that last goal and keeps putting pucks in it?
I think for me, obviously, you can't let that stuff rattle you. 2-goal lead when they scored to make it 4-3, a minute left. They're a good team, but I think I maybe faced one shot after that. We were able to keep them away, keep them pinned in their zone, and we just stuck to our game plan, and obviously it worked out very, very good, but tons of credit for them. They made it a long night for us, and we were able to hold them off and get the win.
For Zach or Daniel, what was the mood like after 40 minutes? It seemed like you were in complete control the first 30 minutes of that game, and then boom, boom, it's tied.
We weren't letting that victory slip out of our hands. We knew what we had to do, like I said earlier, and we just put our minds to it and went out and worked. I mean, in the locker room, everybody's talking about things that we can improve on, like we do every single intermission. So nothing really changed too much. We knew that we were pretty hot going into the third periods the past few nights, so we just kept that rolling, and we came out with a victory.
Coach, we talked after the last game you played against Miami in Denver, where they pretty much dominated you in the third period. I think they outshot you 24-7. Did you guys learn any lessons from that game in that period?
Well, I think we did. We changed our game plan against them, and again, our players executed the game plan really well. We wanted to minimize the offensive opportunities by their elite forwards, and our D-core and our forwards back pressure took away all time and space for them to be able to make plays on the rush, which is where they were they're really dangerous.
Just for one of the players, maybe Sam, how did you guys feel about the 6th place finish in the league this year?
I think with how competitive our league was, it was, difficult to gauge the fact that we finished 6th and say we had a bad year. And I don't think that's the case. You look at Miami upsetting St. Cloud, sure, to the outside it looked like an upset, but everyone in the conference knew that it wasn't really an upset because of how good the league is top to bottom. So for us, we knew that going to Nebraska, it was anybody's game. It just, with hard work and determination, any team could beat any team on any night. And like I said, it doesn't matter what place you finish, anything can happen, 6 versus 8 in the final. Who would have thought that, right? So,
Jim, up 2-0 after 20 minutes. Did you almost feel like a missed opportunity with that late power play in the first period there, where it seemed like you could almost put the game out of reach there?
No, because I thought our second power play gave us momentum. The third power play we had concerned me because we spent the whole time breaking out. And Miami adjusted. It's a good coaching staff over there, and they changed a few things on their forecheck that didn't enable us to carry the puck across the blue line with possession. But 5-on-5, I thought that we were the superior team tonight. You know, Miami's a dangerous team, but I thought that our puck possession time and our transition from defense to offense was superb tonight. And then we had a lot of scoring chances 5-on-5 that I thought could have pushed it to 3-0.
Jim, the players already touched on this a bit, but were you surprised at all by this conference tournament run?
Well, you know what? No, I mean, you know, I think we only swept once ourselves this weekend, and we were this year, and we were only swept once. We have beaten every team, we had lost every team, and almost everyone was like that. I saw a stat out there that the conference leaders in the other conferences, Big Ten, Hockey East, and ECAC won 82% of their game combined. I think St. Cloud won 62%. It's the SEC of football.
Jim, you said yesterday, just with this run in your first year, you kind of felt like a little infant. Did you grow up a little bit tonight, you think?
Well, I got to say that the experience of winning as a player and as a coach in junior, it allows you to know what to say to your players about how to excel in big-time games. And that experience I drew on. And I've been telling our players to stay in the moment and focus on execution and our process that gives us success. And I think you witnessed that tonight because that's the best we've executed all year.
What was the toughest part for you guys about going through a coaching change coming into this year?
The yelling,
Well, after you get used to a coach for 2 years, you kind of get to know their systems. They get to know you. You create a relationship, and they can, they've seen what you can do. So I guess when a new coach comes in, it's a fresh start. So it can be a good and bad thing for certain different people. And I thought our team handled it really well. And clearly, you can see that we all bought into the system with the process that Coach Montgomery does.
Yeah, I mean, one of the biggest things also was he didn't let anybody just come in and slip into a position. He made everybody work for each second they're on the ice. So that was a big thing for me because in the past, I mean, the older guys would play a little bit more over the younger guys, and coach kind of makes whoever's feeling good or whoever's playing good is going to be playing that night. So.
Zach, can you talk about the goal you scored in the third? Did you deliberately set that screen with the Miami defenseman?
I mean, I just pulled up and I saw that no D was coming to me, so I just kind of took my time, and I saw there was an opening between his legs and the bottom right corner was open, so I just shot it and went in.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Congratulations.